This episode of Comedy Bang Bang is brought to you by Squarespace. Whether you need a portfolio to showcase your work, a store to sell your products and services, or a blog to share your ideas, Squarespace gives you everything you need to make your next move into a reality, including a free domain. Not to mention, with Squarespace's beautifully designed templates and customizable features, creating a beautiful website is a simple and intuitive process. Simply add and arrange your content with the click of a mouse. Start your free trial today at squarespace.com and enter offer code BANGBANG to get 10% off your first purchase.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
The Duchess of Cambridge is a MILF. The Queen of England is a QUILF. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you to Justa Pun for that catchphrase submission. What an interesting, intriguing screen name. I haven't seen the likes of that since Juana Man. Juana Man? How is that, by the way, how is that a pun for I guess a person who dresses as a woman in order to get in the WNBA? Do you want a man is what... I mean, it's like, I am really a man. That would be the pun. Hello, welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Scott Aukerman here for another edition, and one has to admit we are in the throes of April at this point. I hope you had a happy Coachella. And I hope all your Coachella dreams came true. I hope that Beyonce hologram where she gave birth, boy, that was crazy. Where she gave birth to hologram twins, that was insane. We have a wonderful show for you today, and I'm very excited to have these people in the studio. I believe a little later we have a local woman of intrigue. Well, that's exciting. And we also have an old blues man. Boy, some great guests on the show. But coming up first, we have a couple who have never actually been on the podcast before, and one who has been on several times. Mm-hmm. Too many times, some would say.
One is too many.
I was going to say one too many would be this appearance. They are the, two of them are the stars. Although, Joel, I don't know if you're actually in the new episodes.
I do a few cameos.
Cameos?
But I don't think
Isn't it pronounced cameo?
Camaro.
No, I think it's pretty sure it's cameo.
Cameo? That can't be right. You look at that word, it doesn't look like it would be pronounced like that.
Cameo?
Cameo.
Cameo,
I'll
yes.
go with cameo.
Cameo. Okay, so you make a couple of cameos in the show.
Yeah.
But are you the co-creator or the creator?
I'm the creator.
You're the creator of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
And two of these people are two of the co-stars of it.
Yeah.
Please welcome Jonah Ray, Joel Hodgson, and Baron Vaughn.
Hello. Word up. What's
Word up?
cameo?
Okay, so wait.
Okay.
Now, if you're listening to this and don't know who said that, Baron is the one who said word up.
Word up, yes, of one of the hits of Cameo from the 80s.
Maybe the only hit.
Probably the only hit. Yes.
Can you name any other Cameo song?
Yes, Candy.
Candy.
But I also listened to Weird Things.
Okay. Now, Candy, I'm guessing that's just about like those sugary treats that people eat, right?
That's the metaphor of the song.
It's a metaphor?
Yeah,
No,
he uses
it's a one-to-one.
Yeah.
What about that song Magic Stick? That's about a magic wand, like Harry Potter, like Extermos Petreos or whatever.
Recently,
he says.
I heard the song Lollipop, and I have a feeling that might have been...
It may be.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? Lollipop, ooh, lollipop.
Ooh, my boy, Lollipop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if that song from the 50s, the Lollipop, was all about a dick?
That's what I was just referring to.
Was it actually about a dick?
I think so.
May Chuck Berry rest in peace, but I'm pretty sure all of his songs are about his dick.
Oh, sure, those songs are about it. Is it My Ding-a-ling and all that? But the actual, it's such a sweet, innocent song, the Lollipop. What if that was the pop shot, too?
Right.
Just like coming on someone's... I don't know.
That's the kind of a
I don't know what someone would like to come on. But
that's the kind of a song our grandparents conceived us to.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this too blue for you, Joel?
Yeah, Joel, how do you feel about this?
I was just thinking about Chuck Berry, and I think a lot of the euphemisms were about pooping.
Pooping? Yeah.
You think My Ding-a-ling was about pooping?
No, but with no particular place to go is about taking a dump.
That's true. Rest in power, by the way.
Yeah. I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
That's true. Oh, wait, was that speaking ill?
Well, he did have to. It's likely he had to poop somewhere along the line, so I guess not.
Yeah, he was on this earth treading the
Rails.
the rails. Was he a hobo? For many a year, he had to poop at least once. I would say.
I would say so.
Yeah.
We know he had to pee.
That's part of the package of being alive.
Yeah.
I've heard.
What now? If you guys could walk this earth and never have to poop, but you would never achieve any of your dreams, like you would never be allowed to be on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Would you trade it
That's tempting.
To not poop?
to not poop?
No.
So you would never have hemorrhoids.
Mighty
I love
tempting.
pooping.
You love pooping?
Yeah, pooping is the second best thing you can do with your body. That's why it's called number 2.
I don't know, Jonah. That's Jonah Ray, by the way. Been on this show many
You'll want to
times.
see
The
him
last
on the
time.
new Mystery Science
Yeah.
Theater premiering
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Thanks for tuning into my final appearance on Comedy Bang Bang.
Let's talk about Mystery Science Theater, as they call it, MST.
Yeah.
Sure. 3K.
Sometimes a 3K.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes a 3K.
Depends on how much time you need to save.
Now, this was for those of you not in the know. I know we have a lot of comedy fans who listen to the show, but we have regular people too who don't give a shit about comedy. They just enjoy listening to, as I call it, the show where we talk to interesting people. The show, as I recall it, I was a child of the 90s. Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. That's my wheelhouse. So I remember it. I remember it being on in the 1990s on a little channel that I called Ha, or AKA the Comedy Central.
Yeah, that's right.
So now when you tell me something like, hey, it's on Netflix currently, I get confused because,
Sure.
like I said, 1990s, currently 2017. Explain exactly what's going on.
Well, it's confusing because
Thank you for acknowledging
it's
that.
confusing.
I guess
But
first
we-
talk about the advent of the internet and high speeds. And,
Yes,
Yeah,
Al
we
Gore had a
started-
dream.
What's a modem?
I think
okay,
we
well, let's start
started-
bit rate first and conversion files.
We started like in the late 80s, really right at the beginning of the 90s, and it ran for like 11 years on cable. And do you want me to explain the premise of the show?
Juana
or
him
how-
to
Juana Man.
Juana
Do you want
Man.
him to man?
Yes,
and-
please.
and
Explain,
then-
explain the premise.
Well, it's just like I guess the origin story was I had done stand-up.
Origin story coming to theaters hopefully next year, directed by my wife. Anyway, go
Oh,
ahead.
that's nice. And the thing that I guess the story was basically I was trying to come up with the cheapest TV show I could come up with, and that meant I thought public domain movies would be the way to go because I didn't understand that I could, the idea of riffing, like would I get sued if I riffed on people's movies? So I started with the premise of public domain movies, and there were a lot of cool like B movies that were public domain, like Plan 9 from Outer Space and Robot Monster and stuff like that. So that's where I started.
Is that something that you like to do? You like to watch movies and goof off with your
it was
friends and
just-
be a real
it was
smart
just
aleck?
It was just in the zeitgeist because when I was in college, there was this book called the Turkey Awards, which was kind of like the Medved brothers wrote this book called the Turkey Awards, which was giving out awards for the worst movies ever made. And I remember reading it and it was just B movies. It was the, kind of like bad movies. And
I remember there was I went to see a film in the 80s that was a documentary about terrible movies. And that's where I first learned about Plan 9 from Outer Space and stuff like that. And they would show clips from it. And that's when I became sort of fascinated with bad movies.
Yeah, so it was out there. I mean, the midnight movies at Art House Cinema was going on. So I just kind of said, oh, it would be great to make a show with those. That was kind of my position when I started. And then the movie riffing was part of it, of course, the people talking during the movie and all that. And so the story is about a guy gets shot up into space and mad scientists make him watch bad movies. And he creates these robots who riff with him and talk during the movie.
To what end, though? Why are these mad scientists doing it? Is that
They're
ever
trying
explained?
to find the worst movie, and then somehow that figures into taking over the world somehow.
Is there some sort of mythology, like when we watch the new ones? Is that going to be explained? Is there a dramatic,
It's-
Breaking Bad style?
It's pretty lazy. It's pretty lazy, the whole backstory, because it's really about movie riffing, but there is a narrative, and the cool thing about Netflix is it does force you to watch them in order, so we do have a little bit of a narrative and a story arc for almost all the characters.
So you did the show and ran for 11 years, and you were the host for nigh upon 8?
I did the
Or-
first 100 shows, so I did half roughly half of them,
Okay.
and Mike Nelson did the other half.
And huge success. I remember when I was growing up, people would be like, yeah, it's maybe the cheapest show that Joel could have done, but and sure, the mythology is lazy, but it's a huge hit.
Dollars to cents. I love it though. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what people were saying.
More bang for your buck.
More bang for your buck.
But cult hit certainly, crossing over into the mainstream. You guys made a movie.
I think over time it did. I think once we stopped making the show, history started to be more kind to it, and I think it kind of got legs after that. I think once it was finite and we were done, for some reason it started to kind of take off a little bit. And people
Sometimes when people are in it, it's like you have about 3 years where you're something new, and then you just have a long time where it's like, oh yeah, that thing. And then when it stops, then people go, oh, I missed that thing.
Yeah, and so I noticed that too. Like it got better and better the more time that went by, and so then it started to become like, oh, when are we going to do it again? When do we start again?
Wait, to that, Scott, did you ever feel that way about Mr. Show?
Mr. Show, no one watched when it was on.
Yeah.
So we were never. Well, thank you, but we were never a thing ever. But I feel like we did 4 years, and pretty much the only people who would ever write wrote about it, like Rolling Stone and whatever press was out there. They wrote about it. If we had gone on, maybe it would have gotten popular. But I think something like MST, everyone knew about it. It was written about a lot. So it just, it's like Always Sunny or something like that, where it's reliable. It's always on, And then when it stops, people start saying, "Oh, I missed this. When's it going to come back?" So when did you decide to actually say, you know what, I've goofed around enough in my life.
It's time to start taking things seriously for once.
What was the kernel in your mind's eye?
Man, I don't know. I think it was like the people at Shout Factory who are putting out the DVDs kept going, wow, it's like not stopping. Like everything, this is probably 10 years ago they started talking like this. Like, it's not slowing down. People are buying these DVDs. It's like very consistent, and we should think about maybe bringing the show back. And so that was probably when we first started thinking about it. And then it just took a really long time to sort everything out and figure it all out. And it just kind of slowly had a momentum. But I went through like 2 law firms like along the way, like just trying to sort out the rights and stuff. And
so meaning you switched law firms twice?
I did.
You exhausted every lawyer that worked at the first one?
Yeah, I pretty much cleaned
Barnes
house.
and Barnes.
I cleaned house. It was like Jesus.
Got them all disbarred.
When he cleared the temple, I went through there and tipped over a lot of tables.
Guys, this is my father's house. He's gonna be so mad when he comes back.
And then, and then it just kind of took on momentum, and we started to kind of really legitimately figure out a way to buy the rights and get it all back.
Who did you have to buy the rights from? Comedy Central or?
Jim Allen, who is my ex-partner.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So how much were those rights?
Oh, yeah, let me give you that. I got it on a piece of paper here. Let's just start with that envelope and a pencil, and let's just pass it back and forth across the table.
I want to figure out the budgets. By the way, who is number one on the call sheets when we talk about budgets? Who is number one? Every day when you'd come by.
It's probably Jonah,
Probably who?
Jonah.
Yeah.
Jonah?
Yeah, me, your
Number
old friend.
one.
Yeah.
How many shows are you number one on the call sheet for?
2, right?
2 shows.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're number 1 twice?
Number 1 twice. Number 2.
Hidden America, of course, on CISO now.
Yes.
And so then it went to, was it a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo? I don't recall.
Yeah, we did a Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, and
started about 18 months ago. We did that.
Why go to Kickstarter instead of going out to pitch it just directly to Netflix and have them bankroll the whole thing?
It was kind of, it was pretty naive, I think, but I just felt obliged to talk to the fans and ask them if they wanted to do it. I didn't realize it, but if I would have tried a Kickstarter and it would have failed, it would have really corrupted everyone's perception of it. And I would have screwed up everything, but it worked out. So, but I really didn't realize that till I was at the other end, that I could have been a little more cool about it and shaded it like, hey, I'm going to have some meetings while we're, before I do this. But I just kind of felt it was a personal obligation to the fans because they were so great. And I really felt like I had to invite them to get involved. And if they didn't care, that was fine. That was my thinking probably would have been a huge screw up. But
I don't know.
that was my
Anything
thinking.
in life, you try it, and if you fail, it's bad. If you succeed, it's
Yeah,
good.
but it turned out good. It worked out, and they bankrolled 14 episodes.
So how did you? Now I am getting into budgets. How did you figure out how much the episodes were going to cost and how much you needed to? Did you?
It was pretty rough. We did our best to figure it out.
It's like predicting the future.
It
when you
really
make
is
budgets.
hard, and it's really unfair. I think what we quoted the backers was like $250,000 an episode. It really came out to be like $350,000 an episode. But we got a license fee from Netflix.
There will be a flow chart on Earwolf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
so,
we'll
that
figure
was
this
kind
out.
of in the neighborhood.
Okay.
But that's kind of how. But it is really a guessing game, and a lot of it was.
Just like Hall & Oates once said.
Oh God, really? I appreciate it
Simon
because
Garfunkel never
I'm
guessed.
really appreciate it because I'm 57,
Sure.
so I'm so in that wheelhouse. but
You
yeah,
are my target demo
Oh,
right
thank
now.
you.
I'm doing jokes
Thank
right
you.
to you.
Thank you. But yeah, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. I don't know. What else?
So now you start the show and then you say, hey, by the way, we're going to have new people on it, and that's where these two guys come in,
Yeah.
as well as some
These
other people.
bozos.
Did you, I would imagine someday if I were to do a Comedy Bang Bang TV show,
Someday. Imagine it. Just think of it.
reboot or whatever. Maybe it wouldn't be a reboot. Would I put new people in it? I don't know. That's such an interesting sort of discussion to make with
yeah.
myself. Why did you decide, hey, I'm going to put these people in it?
Well, when we started like 10 years ago talking about it, that was where it was like, oh, it's a reunion show. So we're going to have Joel and Mike and all the guys that played robots and all the people who played Mads. I mean, the other thing that happened is we had two iterations of the cast, basically. Two people played Tom Servo, two people played Crow, etc. And there were two hosts. So the first position was me sitting down and going, how do I create a show that has actually two sets of hosts? And I tried the parallel universe thing, and it just seemed kind of clunky.
Where like
And-
one group of hosts was the evil version, like the evil universe.
the satellite of hate, for example.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so basically it was like at that point I just go, this seems kind of weird, and I'm just going to roll it over and look at a new cast. And everything freed up at that point creatively to go, it's only fair there's to put in new people, and it's kind of the other thing is the concept I feel like is worthy of that, to kind of treat it like, oh, it's like SNL or something. You refresh it with new people along the way. So that made things work much better with the idea that we'd have people from the original cast come back and do cameos. What are they calling them? Cameos.
Cameos.
And then
Cameo Bells.
and then and also write. So it kind of made a lot of sense like that way. So that became the
Whatever
kind of-
gets the creative juices flowing. I mean, obviously, when you thought of that, it just like all poured out of you. And
a lot of it, yeah, it's like funny. You just kind of wait for that moment and everything to get kind of aligned, and then you can kind of proceed.
So now, these did you know the new people? I mean, let's talk about who we have. We have Jonah. Jonah, do you play Jonah? Is that your name? in it?
Jonah Heston.
Heston.
Yeah, just like Joel.
Like Charlton?
Yes. Yeah. Just like Joel played Joel Robinson.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a nod to sci-fi movies,
Someone who's
or
born
someone's
marooned.
stranded, or yeah.
Okay, got it. And Baron, who do you play?
I played Tom Servo. He is a robot with a candy ball for a head.
Okay.
A gumball machine for a head, yes.
And who else do we have in the cast?
Yeah, Hampton Young as the voice of Crow.
Yeah. His family couldn't spell young. Exactly.
Rebecca Hansen's the new gypsy.
Yeah, she's like a Chicago
Cynthia.
improviser.
Second City
Felicia
person.
Day is the new Forrester. Patton Oswalt, a friend of yours, I believe.
Not really ringing a bell, but go ahead.
Patton Oswalt. Yeah, I think he's been on the show.
Pat.
Patton.
Oh, no, I don't know Pat.
I've known him for. I swear,
Pat Oswalt, I do know,
I
yeah.
swear, I've seen you guys in the same room before.
Not ringing any bells.
giving a
Anyway.
speech in front of
Embar,
a
do you
giant
remember the
American
Embar? Like he was there a lot.
Do you mean bar?
That's what I say every time I
such a
drive by
delicious
one.
place to drink.
Yeah, he's playing TV Son and TV's Frank, and then we got a ton of cameos.
And these are all out on Netflix now, and you guys are watching a movie that takes about an hour and a half or so,
Yeah.
and riffing on it. What are some of the movies you have?
We got the pilot is Reptilicus.
Reptilicus.
The Danish monster movie.
Yeah.
Cry
where
Wilderness?
monster movies come
Cry
from.
Wilderness, which is a Bigfoot movie from the Pacific Northwest.
That's a movie where somebody probably had access to a wildlife reserve. And
I think
Yeah.
just footage of a wildlife
but
reserve.
there is like a petting zoo element because they had all those animals. Like, remember how many animals?
just someone had a
they
bunch of
show?
animals and
Yeah.
they said, let's make
It's like
a film.
50 animals.
Are
they
these
showcased.
public domain movies?
No. We license them because we need better prints. Like, nobody's caring for those public domain movies. So
How do you approach a movie maker or a filmmaker, as I like to call them, and say, hey, we want to make fun of your movie and we'll pay you money to do it? Or do they all go, that I'm stoked about that, but free money?
I don't know, because we usually go through the studios and talk to them, and so we don't actually really ever talk to the filmmakers. It's just
yes.
kind of
Didn't we have to
approach-
talk to Corman?
Oh yeah, that's true. We did get some Corman movies. We do Star Crash, which is a super cool movie, and
Hasselhoff in that?
Avalanche, which is with
Rock Hudson and Mia Farrow.
Oh, wow.
And so, we did have to we did have to talk to them about it. So, but again, he's a studio in a way, I think. Yeah. But yeah, so it's kind of distance. They're like, we don't have to. It's not like Weird Al has to go.
Well, he
and
doesn't have
talk
to.
them.
That's
He's
just the thing he does to be
He's
cool.
just
know.
weird. It's in his name.
Yeah.
It's his
They,
nature.
they know what to expect. He's not normal Al. That's Bundy.
So now it's out, and from what I understand, and I haven't seen them yet because, you know, I don't want to tell tales out of school, but we're recording this slightly in advance of the release.
Oh, this is so out of school.
I'm so sorry to
This is what it
break
looks
up
like inside baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, wait. We're recording it. Can we say the day?
Yeah, sure. I
We're
don't care.
recording it on Thursday, but we're behaving like it's Monday, and it's
Yeah.
like wildly successful.
So it's like
Yeah.
we're behaving like we just had a very relaxing weekend.
Oh my
Yes.
God! Like
Oh.
that's
Coachella.
number one.
We all went to Coachella
We
together.
had one of those exclusive tents, and it was pretty great. It was pretty cool after all.
Speaking of tent, aka content, you guys did you did these episodes. Is this it, or is the plan to
No, we
one
wanna-
calendar year from now? Do you
plan is
We
want
want to
actually
keep
be
it
from outer
rolling,
space.
and then actually we're doing a live tour this summer that starts in June. So
You don't say.
We're doing like a 50-city tour with
50 cities? Are there even that many cities in the United States?
the question I have asked.
Yeah, a couple of them you kind of will look at and go, they're not really cities; these are birds.
Some are towns.
So
Townships.
what happens in the tour? Do you guys watch a movie and riff with it?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
Is it the same movie every night?
No,
or-
there's a couple. There's a
So you can
couple,
go to different cities
Yep,
along
you
the
can go
way.
to different ones. Yeah.
Well, that's great. And will there be a Kickstarter for the next season, or is it just now you're on the path?
I don't know.
to-
You will have to see. You know, it all depends on how people react to it and if they like it. The great thing is we have these backers that we're hoping they had a good experience and are happy that they got involved with us and funded it. And then on the other side, hopefully, we just have to do a lot of figuring things out and see if they want to do it again or if we need them to do it again.
Right. Well, you guys certainly put the fun in crowdfunding, I have to say, and because this is a dynamite project. And the old episodes are on Netflix too, right?
Yeah, there's 20, probably, I think
20
probably
of 200 or
some of
something?
the best,
Some of
I
the-
think.
some of
Yeah.
the greats.
The backers kind of did an ultimate list, and almost all of them are on there. So, some of our really good ones are up there.
Yeah. Pod People, one of my favorites.
Yeah. What else? Mitchell.
I accuse my
Mitchell.
parents. Yeah.
Laser Blast.
Yeah.
Ega.
And you guys, Jonah, Baron, you were fans of the show, and what was it like when you get the call? Like you're coming up to the majors. I mean, Baron. First of all, the call that you got to be on Comedy Bang Bang, the TV show, that must have
Yes.
been exciting.
That was a great call.
yeah, but then
That was one where I kind of pointed it to the outside of the park and just,
he said, "I wish I was there
I
instead."
wish I was on the other side of this set. It was great. You know, I mean, it was more of a text these days. Sometimes when you get the call,
okay,
it's a text.
technology,
It's a group text.
Now, Jonah, what was it like for you?
To be on Comedy Bang Bang, the TV show?
Yes,
When
you were on
when they asked me,
the
I-
luggage episode.
Yeah, when they asked me, I said, "Does Scott know you're asking me? You should probably check with him before you have me on the show." And then I walked on set, and you were very confused.
I remember, though, I was at a little place called Umami Burger, and I believe the three
That's
of
right.
you,
That's
right.
correct.
That's right.
the three of you walked in.
And it was the first day
That was
we
the
met.
first time we
Yeah.
met.
that was the first time you met.
Yeah.
You happened to be there.
I happened to be there, and I was in a business meeting where I was trying to talk about something kind of secretive, and then you guys were seated at a table right next to me,
Yeah.
and I was like, God, I got to keep my voice down.
We didn't hear a
because
thing.
I don't want to be talking about this thing necessarily publicly, but then you guys are sitting on the biggest secret in the world.
The flavor of that burger is the greatest secret in the
Ooh,
world.
mommy,
my
is what you
goodness.
say when you
What was that? What was that project? Did it ever come to light?
It probably was that I was replacing a band leader or
Yeah.
something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but yeah. Well, this is great. Mystery Science Theater 3000, Netflix now. How many episodes? 13?
14.
14.
14. Did you
Lucky
guys do
number
an extra
14.
one, or was it?
Yeah, they funded, the backers funded an extra 2, like in the last 6 hours, I think.
Amazing.
Yeah, so, yeah.
We aimed for 12, we got 14. We knocked it out of the set.
Out of the park. Fairball.
Hey.
Wonderful. Catch them right now. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have a local woman of intrigue. That's exciting. And an old blues man. This is really good. So we'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Hey, everyone. Want to thank Squarespace for sponsoring today's show. Whatever your next big idea might be, I'm not even going to speculate what it might be because you're the genius. I'm a hack here, just making my show every week. I'm glad you enjoy it, but please, you're the smart one. You have the big ideas, right? Well, if you have one, whatever it is, count on Squarespace to help you create an eye-catching online platform that brings it to life. Everyone needs a website these days. You know, maybe you need a portfolio to showcase what you're working on, right? Maybe you need a store because you're going to sell stuff, products, services, whatever. Or you just want to make a blog to share your ideas, a lifestyle blog or something where people go, oh, yeah, you have an interesting lifestyle. Whatever it is, Squarespace gives you everything you need to look like an expert right from the start. You even get a unique domain. Imagine if they gave you like someone else's domain, google.com or something. No, you get your own. You get a unique domain which strengthens your brand and makes it easier for visitors to find you. Plus, with Squarespace's award-winning templates, what awards have they won? Do we have any of that information here? The templaties? Did they clean up at the templaties? They've won awards for these templates, so you may as well check them out. With those templates, creating a beautiful website is a simple and intuitive process. You can add and arrange your content and features with but the click of a mouse, my dear boy. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing to install, patch, upgrade, ever. Although, if you do have a question, no matter how stupid it seems, Squarespace's award-winning 24/7 customer support can help you with any problem, no matter how technical it is or how trivial seeming it is. They run the gamut there. Think of them as your very own IT department. So, in other words, make your next move. If you're ready to make it, do it with your free trial at squarespace.com today. Enter the offer code BANGBANG. You're going to get 10% off your first purchase. Again, that's BANGBANG. You all know how to spell it. BANG. Squarespace.com. Make your dream into a reality. That's not their catchphrase. That's just simply what I'm saying. Comedy Bang Bang, we're back here. Mystery Science Theater on Netflix, the streaming service, I guess is one way to put it.
The streaming behemoth.
Behemoth.
Yeah.
Interesting. Strahemoth, I like it.
Yes.
That should be the new Netflix motto.
Yeah.
We're a Strahemoth.
Netflix, Strahemoth.
They're right across the street, right?
I don't know.
I know
Yeah,
that.
We don't want to give away the very secret
shoot.
location of this place.
Incoming!
Are you okay?
Those
Joe, are you
sounds
choking on your
good
saliva?
sound
I want you to
effects.
jump in and actually do sound effects. I can just go.
No Winslow today.
Really? So when you're off the set,
I'm off Winslow right now.
yeah, you're off Winslow. This is very exciting. I mean, we have, obviously, you three are wonderful artists in the field of Strahemoth television, but we have, and maybe you guys don't know about this about me, but I am a music fan. I talked about, of course, Nirvana. Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains,
The great
Hall and Oates.
Hall and Oates. Those are the 4 bands that I like. But I'm constantly interested to hear about genres of music that I don't know that much about. And this one makes me sad, so I don't listen to it a lot. But we have it reads here, Old Blues Man. This is exciting. I would love to hear about this genre of music. Let's talk to Johnny Delta Johnson. Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's so great to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you and all these young gentlemen and the nice lady here.
And how old are you?
Well, I'm 94 years young.
94 years young. At what point did you start describing yourself as an old blues man? Was that a big step for you? Instead of just blues man?
Back in the 70s, it became popular to call yourself a blues man. And so that's what we did. And then that's how we toured around and played blues, and we brought the blues to many people.
Wow. So that answers the question, certainly, definitively as well. Well, this is exciting. And Baron, Joel, Jonah, I mean, you guys, Jonah, I know you're a big music fan.
I'm a music head. I like tunes, I like melodies.
That's what they call them.
Yeah. I like
Da da
beats.
da 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 da.
That one's one of my all-time
Yeah.
favorites.
I'm a fan of riffs that are also non-comedic.
Yeah,
They're more musical riffs.
Musical style
Scales,
riffs.
like
Yeah.
licks.
scales just dancing through my head day and night.
If you guys went up to heaven, what's your dream band up there? Got Jimmy on guitar,
Do they
right?
have to be people that are dead?
Jimmy Page. No,
probably
Jimmy Page is alive currently,
So
but I
you can
assume
use-
So wait,
he's
do we
gonna
have to
die.
kill the people we want in the
You can
bands?
use living people?
So here's
Okay.
if you could be on Earth and you went around killing people who are alive in order to make them a musical band up in heaven, and then you committed suicide. So it's like a murder-suicide kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who would you kill right now to make the dream band?
I'd try to go kind of do a human centipede with Keith Richards and then Ron Wood.
I thought you were going to say Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Keith
'Cause he's a
Richards and
musician.
Ron Wood, and then you'd have like a kind of the beginning of a human centipede that could play 2 guitars. That's my thing.
Yeah.
They would like reach through each other's butts and like play. Anyway,
I'm just getting the ball rolling. Go ahead.
yeah,
Just kicking off the idea.
John Oates, definitely.
definitely get him in there.
The
Yeah.
Nuge,
The Nuge.
Michael McDonald.
Huey Lewis.
What about Huey Lewis and the Nuge?
Yeah.
Oh my
Huey Lewis
God.
and the Nuge.
That's
That would be the dream team up.
a super group,
Oh my God.
definitively. But all of these musicians that we're talking about, I think they were influenced by the blues.
Yes, the blues. Let's return to the blues. We have Johnny Delta Johnson here, and Johnny, you just fell asleep, so that's why I felt the need to kind of like talk to these guys for a second.
That's right. I'm pretty old.
Yeah, but you just woke up,
I'm
so
up and I'm ready.
I'm ready to talk to you
And
again.
I did hear a little bit about you playing music
Yes.
and how much music brings people together.
It brings people joy. As Madonna once said, music brings the people together.
It's true. Madonna's a very, smart young lady.
Very sexy, too.
That's right. So when I was thinking about, back, it's all about everybody gets the blues.
Everyone
And
does.
so I started thinking, well, how do we do that in this modern time? And so that's how Blue Man Group started.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Wait, what? What's that?
That is how me and a couple other entrepreneurial young men started Blue Man Group.
Wait.
At first, it was called Blues Man Group.
Oh.
And it was just me spitting
always
out
felt like it came from
marshmallows at
nowhere.
people.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
At first, it was just Blues Man, and it was me, Blues Man Group, and I would just spit out marshmallows at people and hit them with floaties and whatnot.
Floaties?
Amazing.
Like pool floaties?
Not pool floaties, yeah. And soon after that, someone was like, well, this is just a black man doing weird things, so perhaps put blue on him. And then I was the blues man for a while.
Wait, where did you start?
It's probably because for most people, Blue Lives Matter more. So they wanted that. They
Is that
wanted
what
you to
Blue
be-
Lives Matter is about, Baron?
Blue Lives Matter is actually about Blues Man Group, but how it transitioned from Blues Man Group to Blue Man Group. A lot of people don't know that Blue Lives Matter
Yeah.
Interesting.
has,
It was the first
has origins
hashtag.
in the black community.
The first incarnation of Black Lives Matter.
So where'd you start up? In the Delta? Were you down south?
That's where I started. I played guitar. I used to make guitars out of old cigarette boxes.
Wait, are you called Delta because you used to live there, or because you?
It's my favorite airline.
So you're like a million miler?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I can fly anywhere I want. I just say, hey, it's me. And
Do they respond to, hey, it's me, or do they?
no, they have to look for documentation and freaking flyer numbers and whatnot.
You have to give them your name eventually.
Yeah, eventually. And an ID too after Osama bin Laden killed everybody. Then it became harder to get on a bus.
Never forget.
In a plane without security measures being extreme.
So wait a minute. Do you play music?
Oh, yeah, I do. I first started playing guitar, and then after that, when I first started doing Blue Man Group, I had to get pretty proficient with bongos and drums.
Yeah.
And also, I had to have enough eye protection so I wouldn't get glow-in-the-dark paint in my body and stuff.
Oh,
that was the hardest part, was trying to get all that paint out of my face.
Yeah, inside your body via the eye sockets.
And my nose, and
Yeah. I noticed you have a bald head, but I assume that was because of age. But do you actually shave it?
Thank God, I thought you were saying it because of AIDS. Well, that would have been a terrible thing to say.
It would have been.
You're going to lose your hair for age.
I said age.
Your wee-wee don't work right. But
Very.
I think.
It doesn't work right.
Once you get to age.
No. Please, Johnny. Mr. Johnson. Let's stray away from that topic and get back to Blue Man Group. Do you shave your head? Is that why you...
I have to. Yes, I do. I shave my head every day. And I have to keep, a certain look and shape to my body. Because right now we have over 1,500 bluesmen doing the Blue Man Group show.
What would you say your shape actually is? I'm trying to figure it out.
It's like a black potato.
A black potato?
My shape is like a black potato with a little, I guess we could say my head would be a little grape.
Okay, so like a black potato with a grape on top?
Yeah, with a grape on it.
And you say you keep your body like this?
And I keep it like this.
Okay.
It's a really accurate description, I have to say.
Yeah.
Man, if you have to describe your body enough to people, you come up with some cool things.
You find yourself in a situation where you have to describe your body.
He just said he flies Delta Airlines a lot.
Yeah.
And then when I interview young men to be in Blue Man Group, I have to also say, hey, you look like this.
Do you strip to the waist at that point?
Almost always.
Yeah.
And that's when people go, wait, you got white hair on the black body. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, that looks weird. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. But we have fun like that.
Good response.
Yeah. Is it like that scene in Showgirls where like one guy goes down the line and they're all naked, but just it's the reverse, you're naked and it's a bunch of clothed people?
Well,
strange question to ask.
You're talking about, I think what you're trying to do is make a correlation between me and the late Johnny B. Good.
Wait, do you mean Anthony Michael Hall or? Chuck Berry is who you're talking about.
That's right, but I am sad about the passing of Michael Anthony Hall because he was a very cute boy.
Yeah, that happened this weekend, by the way. At Coachella. Yeah, it was weird. He just jumped.
He was John Hughes' muse.
Yeah, John Muse.
John's muse. And so I'm sad, but also Chuck Berry's, many times, too many videos of pissing and whatnot and farting.
That's true.
So I try to separate myself from such activities.
Meaning you don't piss on people?
No. They piss on me.
That's the difference.
That's the difference. That's the Johnny Johnson difference.
But where does the paint come in that situation?
Do they pee paint onto you?
Ooh, I hate glitter paint. I hate glow-in-the-dark paint. I mean, it's terrible.
You're the one who started it, though.
I did. All this stuff I started hating.
Yeah. The drumming, the
glow-in-the-dark paint, the toilet paper, the floaties.
Do you miss that it has nothing to do with
the ping pong balls?
It has nothing to do with blues anymore. The Blue Man Group, there's nothing blues about it.
That's a very good question, young man. What I like to do is I like to concentrate on the drumming. And be like, I'm still doing the blues. It's just, there's a lot of lights up here, and
what's your
a lot of sweaty other blue guys.
Yeah,
and some,
just whipping plates back and forth at each other, or whatnot,
playing pipes.
And it really does remind me of playing blues when I was growing up.
Did you start the Blues Man Group because you made a mess one day and you were like, this is something?
That is true. Did you read that?
I did. I didn't know that was you. I was interested in the Blue Man Group, and I just read an article about it. I couldn't remember the names of the people involved.
Well, I used to play with a guy named Chubby Watson, who was beautiful, very thin man.
You used to play the blues with him, or used to
Used to play the blues with him.
Okay.
And one time he's like, "Hey, yo, they make cereal based on monsters."
Like, do you mean like Count Chocula and Frankenberry?
Well, he calls me up and he says, "Hey, guess what? They're making cereal out of monsters now." I'm like, "You crazy, man? What you call me up this early?"
How early is it?
It's about 6:15 in the morning. He's calling me up and he says, "You want me to bring you some?" I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He says, "I'm at the Piggly Wiggly and I'm looking at these goddamn monsters all up on the shelf. You want me to get some milk and some cereals and bring that?" I go, "All right." And
Did you go back to bed, or did you
I
stayed
wake up because breakfast is coming. I'm excited. I never seen such a thing as monster cereal. He comes over and he's got a box of blueberries.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's a rare one. Most people know Count Chocolates and
Frankenberry. They would stock
Frankenberry.
those, but
Right.
Blueberry, a lot of the stores wouldn't carry because berry-flavored cereal wasn't as popular as chocolate.
Right. And in the South, the ghost that made up Blueberry was shaped like a Klansman's hood.
That is true.
That was an unfortunate...
That was an accident, I was assured.
Yeah.
In any case, we're making this blueberry cereal, and what happens is when the cereal starts to dissolve, the milk becomes bluish.
Sure. Okay.
And just then...
You said that, and then you looked at me like, you get it, but I still don't get it.
You get it. And
No,
when
I
you eat
still-
cereal, sometimes the milk takes the color of the cereal itself.
I understand that, but I don't
So
understand where
blueberry
you're
is
going
blue.
with this. Sure.
And
I still haven't made the connection.
we're eating it.
Yeah.
We're having a good time.
How good?
What time is this, too, by the way?
This is
How long
around
did it
quarter to
take him?
7.
So it took him about half an hour to
About half
check
an hour.
out. Yeah.
Check out.
The South
How
is-
far away is
everything's-
the Piggly Wiggly from your house?
Oh man, me and Prince used to take bike rides up there, so
So not
probably
too,
like a 20-minute bike ride.
okay, so about maybe 5 by car.
Yeah, and he's got a car. He got an old truck. And whenever it starts, a cat flies out of it. You know.
Wait, so
I don't know.
you and Prince would ride bikes together? Well, like you were like 40 and he was 7, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, he had me at Paisley Park, and I'd be like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Hey, let's ride bikes like the witches in Wizard of Oz." And I'm like, "What's the matter with you, man?" And he's like, "Come on, man." And so we did. We'd take a ride, and we ride up to CVS and what have yous. And it was a Rite Aid, and they had ice cream, and we could get ice cream and come back. Now I'm gonna go back to how we became the Blue Man Group.
Okay, great. So this is like moving forward and backward in time like a Tarantino movie. I love this.
Yes. I do like a tale where you don't know what it is. You don't know if it's modern or if it's back in time or if it's in the future.
This is like when John Travolta is shot in Pulp Fiction, but then he comes back for the final scene. This is
Wasn't that
exciting.
terrible?
Oh, it was terrible. I hate to see that with a character I love. To be shot dead?
I know.
You don't get shot dead.
It ruined my whole childhood. I remember
Your childhood?
Wait, what?
my childhood. I was 50 when Welcome Back, Kotter was on TV.
Yes.
Do you okay?
I had
Do you
a stunt
consider
in-
how long do you consider yourself to be a child?
1 to 70? Because I really do feel like I wasn't a man until I was about 72.
A late bloomer.
And so I was very, when I was 50, around 50, I go watch Welcome Back, Kotter. And so when you guys shot in that movie, I was very sad. Very sad.
Did you watch Pulp Fiction thinking it was associated with Welcome Back,
Kotter. Yeah, were you waiting
did. I
for
thought it was
the
a
rest of the
sequel.
Sweat Hogs to show?
I thought it was a reimagining of Welcome Back, Kotter. And I knew that Kotter was playing poker a lot, so they wouldn't get him. And then when they started shooting each other, and Boom Boom Washington was not funny. He was just preachy, more like
Now
it.
we're just getting into Welcome Back Kotter reviews. Let's go back to
And they never had the Puerto Rican Jew Epstein.
Yeah, let's just
And
go
so-
back. Let's go back to the Blues Man Group.
Blue
the
Man Group.
Blueberry. You
Yeah.
the milk is blue.
The milk is blue. We're both eating and drinking. Like,
Wait, I just think it's a good time to review the monster cereals, though, before we get any further. There's Fruit Brute.
I don't know
Fruit
that.
Brute is really, really rare.
Ill-fated, didn't last very long.
That was like-
Blueberry,
yeah.
Count Chocula, Frankenberry. Anything else? Am I missing anything?
There was a mummy.
Oh, that Yummy
Really?
Mummy. Yeah.
Yummy Mummy.
Yummy
Okay,
Mummy.
gotcha.
I always felt,
Go ahead.
I felt ripped off as a child that they weren't in the shape of those monsters. It's like, you got the monster on the box.
Yeah, but the cereal was like
And the cereal was
different.
just like a regular cereal. It was like a trick. Like, hey, be interested in this cereal that has nothing to do with
They
monsters.
were trying to sell us a cereal that the monster would have eaten.
Oh.
It's kind of like, hey, if you want to be a werewolf, eat this cereal.
Wait, was there a werewolf one?
Yeah,
This is Brute,
That's
right?
Fruit Brute.
That's Fruit Brute.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of mean to call a werewolf a brute.
Well, it's
Or a fruit.
Okay, I don't think they're calling. I don't think that's
What
what's
is
happening.
it? It's like calling a fruit brute. It's like, that guy is mean and tough, but he's gay, too.
I don't know. All right. Back to the Bluesman group, because we have to take a break. We have to get to our next guest. I want to hear the inception of this.
So, we're having the blueberry. Right? Both of us is having the blueberry.
Sure. Having a
And
good time.
Having a good time.
Chatting casually. It's early in the morning. Your voices probably hadn't warmed up.
We're having a great time. I start a game of dominoes
With him?
with him, yeah.
With Chubby.
While we're eating.
And he's a heavyset man, or is this
Very thin.
very thin, but this has to do with his penis, or?
Yes. Okay. Very good guess. And just then, when we're starting eating it, there was an earthquake.
Oh.
And all the
What
blueberry,
year was
all the
this?
blueberry went in my face. Yeah.
Which earthquake was this? Was this this couldn't have been the
In the
Northridge?
South?
That's
The San Francisco one.
Where were you living at the time? This is
Oh, Mississippi.
okay.
So wait, was the TV on? You saw that there was an earthquake, and it shocked
and it
you?
surprised you
Yeah.
so much that you spilled the cereal?
It may have been one of two things. It may have been my wife doing jumping jacks on the second floor, and it may have been something I watched on TV together. I thought, oh shit, it's an earthquake, and we just threw the milk in each other's faces. And just then,
So you have fight, flight, and throwing milk in your friend's face.
Makes
Those
sense.
are the three responses.
yeah, and then we look in the mirror and we're like, dude, we was just that wasn't real. But we were both blue.
Right, you're both blue. This is 1989. Mm-hmm. And
And then that's how it started.
Wow.
We soon started just carrying. At first, it was costing too much to get blueberry and milk.
Well, that, especially since a lot of stores wouldn't carry blueberry, must be hard to, yeah. I mean, so then it just went to paint, or?
Yeah, then we dip ourselves in paint.
You dip yourselves.
Yes.
So you wouldn't put the paint on you. You would like dip each other. You would like hold each other.
I don't put on makeup. I'm a man. I don't put on makeup.
But you'll let your friend
But I
dip
will
you in the
dip.
paint.
I will let him dip me like a frozen piece of vanilla ice cream into a vat of
all
blue
right.
A
chocolate.
piece of vanilla ice cream.
All right, I have to say you have some troubling social politics, but you're an interesting person. I love creative people, so it's always a pleasure to talk to you. Can you stick around? We have to take a break here.
Most definitely.
Okay, great. We'll be right back with the Mystery Science Theater crew and also Johnny Delta Johnson. We'll be right back with a local woman of intrigue. Oh boy, we'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang. Can you imagine a world where you had a package that you had to, say you're in California, and you have a package, and you need to deliver it to Minnesota, say. And to do that, you had to drive to Minnesota and hand it to the person? Can you imagine that world? Ugh. Well, why don't you do what everyone does and just put a stamp on that package and send it through the mail? Yeah, it's easier now. Right, stamps save you time and money, which you can use to grow your business. If you had to drive back and forth, it'd probably take you 2 days to get to Minnesota at least. 2 days back, you're going to be out of business by the time you get back. But mailing things takes practically no time because there's a little thing called your mail carrier, and he or she comes right to you. You can mail any letter, Any package using just your computer and printer right now, the mail person picks it up. Avoid the hassle, though. Okay, it's bad enough going to Minnesota, but what if you had to leave your office and go to some place in town even that takes you like a half hour to get to and parking and all that, and then driving back to your office just to get those stamps so you can hand it to a mail carrier? That's ludicrous. That is the wisdom of a fool. Right now, avoid all of that and mail everything from postcards to envelopes to packages, domestic or international, using stamps.com. Create your Stamps account in minutes online with no equipment to lease, no long-term commitments. Click, print, mail, you done. Click, print, mail, you done. Unlike the post office, Stamps.com never closes, unless, I guess, you consider going to sleep closing. If you lay down in bed and go, closed, and you like write closed on your eyelids, and so anytime your loved ones approach you in bed and they see your eyes are closed, it says closed, and they go, does that mean your eyes are closed, or do you mean you're closed for business? Sure, okay, then you consider that to be closing. Yeah, maybe Stamps.com closes. But I'm getting off track here. Print postage for letters or packages at your convenience 24/7, 7 days a week. Convenient, easy, reliable, flexible. Everything you need from the U.S. Postal Service right to your fingertips, right there where you are. Any letter, any package, any class of mail using your computer and printer. They'll even send you a digital scale, automatically calculates the exact postage you need. They'll even help you decide the best class of mail based on your needs. No need to lease an expensive postage meter. We use Stamps.com around here, and right now you too, not the band, but you as well, can enjoy the Stamps service with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale without long-term commitments. Go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage. Type in the code BANGBANG. That's Stamps.com. Enter BANGBANG. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. Guys, this is exciting. I get to talk about a lot of things on Comedy Bang Bang, and you know what? I get to try out a lot of them, but this one I use constantly. What is it? It's the Delta app. What? The Fly Delta app? What are you talking about, Scott Aukerman? Well, Delta Airlines, you know it. That's where I fly. I have the Delta app, platinum status, baby. And I'm on it all the time, especially with the Comedy Bang Bang tour last year. The Fly Delta app makes your travel experience informed, connected, and seamless. I hate those seams. Get them out of here. Have peace of mind in your hand. The Fly Delta app now delivers real-time bag tracking with RFID. Gosh, I wish I knew what that stood for. Man, that would be amazing if there was a little note down here saying what RFID was. But I'm a dummy who doesn't work in the industry, so I don't know. I'll never know. You can find, compare, and book flights on the go with the Fly Delta app. That's right. You can find flights. You can figure out when you want to fly. You can compare the flights. You can actually book them right there on your app on the phone. From before your trip throughout the journey, the Fly Delta app is with you every step of the way, giving you the timely information you need. It gives you easy access to your boarding pass, right? So if you're on your phone and you're like, no more searching through your mail for the attachment, right there on the app. It gives you gate and seat information and even alerts you when boarding begins. It has a ton of other neat features. Rebook canceled or delayed flights as soon as they occur. You can scan your passport during check-in. It's got all of your miles information, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty neat. So download the Fly Delta app today and start flying the way you want to fly, which is in style, baby. The Fly Delta app. Get it? Do you get it? No, get it is what I'm trying to say. Get it. Like actually download it. That's what I'm trying to say. Not get it. Like get it? Understand it? No. Go get the Fly Delta app today. Comedy Bang Bang. We're back here. Mystery Science Theater 3000. Episodes currently on Netflix now. The response has been overwhelming, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Not
been good.
necessarily.
Yeah, a lot of relief coming from the fans.
There's a lot of,
Yeah.
it was anger that turned into love.
Yeah.
Kind of like a marriage.
So anger.
It was "you're not my ex," and
Yeah.
then people have slowly.
Hey, I actually, you're not as good as my.
You're not who I loved.
Yeah, I got divorced and I hate it,
Yeah.
and they took the kids away from me.
But
and
now I can hug you.
I only have court visitation.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Scott,
court
are you okay?
supervised. I'm just saying, God. We also have Johnny Delta Johnson here of the Bluesman group. And
Serial connoisseur.
I noticed you dipped yourself into the paint during the break, and now you're blue.
Kind of dripping.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and you made a mess all over the floor. I don't really.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a cleaning crew.
Why don't you ask beforehand?
Because most companies have cleaning crews.
Do you travel around with a vat of blue paint?
Oh, yeah, the back of my pickup has blue paint in it.
Yeah. What year pickup do you drive? What's the
What
make,
is
and, make
this,
and model?
You looking for a car, Scott?
I'm fascinated by what people drive.
It's a 1956 Cantaloupe.
Wow, that is old. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Did you restore it?
Chevy Cantaloupe. Yep.
Yeah. When you say you restored it, what do you mean? What did you do to it?
I set up plate glass window in front of my yard and I had a sale.
Oh,
So I put it up for sale in front of my house.
okay. I understand.
And so it's a restore.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, clever. All right, well,
Thank you.
we need to get to our next guest, of course, and this is exciting. She's never been on the show before either. 4 people never been on the show before. This is incredible. She's a local woman of intrigue, and I'm very excited to figure out what that means. Please welcome Inés Blarfi.
Hi.
Hi.
I am being followed, so I will just say that right off the top.
What's that?
But I'm being followed.
You're being followed?
Yes. It happens to me with some regularity, so I'm keeping it cool. But
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Someone followed you to the studio?
She seems to be 14 and very cheerful, but I know she's coming for me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I always hate to hear when a guest has difficulties getting to the studio. I mean, sometimes that happens with we don't have the right gate code, but you were followed by
Yes.
a 14-year-old girl.
Girl.
Cheerful young woman.
Cheerful girl.
How do you know she's cheerful?
Just every time I look behind myself, like over the shoulder, she's there and she's going, ha 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 ha. That's her
She's
laugh.
laughing because you're looking at her, or
Yes.
just happens to be laughing when you look
it's
at
hard
her?
to say because I've been keeping my distance.
Hmm.
But I come from Portsmouth, Oregon, and I'm kind of like a small town spy, if that's what you want to say.
You're a spy. Okay, now it says you're a local woman of intrigue,
Right.
meaning you're a spy in Portsmouth, Oregon?
Exactly, but I never leave Portsmouth. This is honestly me being at your studios is really getting me out of my comfort zone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it.
Well, this is California.
It's far.
How long was the woman following you? From Portsmouth?
Oh yeah.
I mean, and you would look over your shoulder while you were driving, or where?
Walking, driving, just anything that moves me from one place to the other.
I would say if there was a 14-year-old girl behind me the entirety of my trip
Yeah.
from Oregon to California, that would be concerning to me
Do you
as
think
well.
maybe she needs help?
You're not related to this person, are you?
This isn't like your daughter.
I've been keeping my distance, so Portsmouth is a town of secrets. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, and that's why I have lots of business to
But
do.
does she resemble you? That's the thing.
I mean, she is the same color skin. She has the same color hair.
Okay.
She does have prominent brows like me, but
Can I ask, do you have a 14-year-old daughter?
I do.
Oh,
Okay.
Was that a secret that you didn't want to share? Or?
It's one. I mean, I don't really want to share anything about myself, so it's all secrets.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought it was a reflection. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Do you...
I mean, people do say I look very young for my age. Sometimes I catch myself in the mirror and I think, am I a child?
How old are you?
Well, I am, I would say, solidly in my late 30s. Solidly, past 35.
So are we talking early 40s maybe even, or...
When I say late 30s, I do mean in my 40s.
Right.
That's really late.
So you're...
So late. I pretty much missed the 30s.
So when you say you're a spy,
Yeah.
that you don't mean a private detective. You mean like a spy, like a espionage?
Yeah. You know, when anything goes weird in Portsmouth, I put myself on the case. I guess, well, now it's striking me, what is the difference between a spy and a private detective? I like the word spy because it's one syllable and it's fun.
Sure, yeah. I guess PI is even a
much
shortened version. Too much. Spy.
Say spy.
Although PI, the sounds of it are in spy, so it's almost like why don't you say an SPI, spy?
Okay.
But Harriet the spy, she was a private detective.
And a child.
That's true.
But I think they were calling her a spy because she was spying upon people. I don't know that she ever referred to herself as a spy. Anyone remember?
No.
I guess I get all these mystery terms confused.
But you work in the field.
Yeah.
So people hire you to spy.
I hire myself.
Oh, okay.
I put myself on the case because I have, let's be honest, disability benefits, so I don't have to work.
Wait, you have disability benefit. What is
Yes,
your
I have
disability?
a weird hip.
Let me get a look at that
It's just
thing.
very unpredictable. Okay.
Whoa, what did that just do?
Yeah, it
I
just
could
started
never
a
have
little
predicted
fire. Yeah, and so the government gives me $2,000 a month, and in Portsmouth, I might as well be a millionaire.
Yeah, what's the kind of standard of living out there?
You can get a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for $800 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so I'm fine. But so I have
So
a
you
lot
got
of time
about
on my
$1,200 a
hands
month for food and
for
expenses.
food and spy stuff.
Travel to California.
Travel to I hate that I did that, but
So you seem to me as if you're like a hermit.
yeah.
Oh, and you agree with that?
Yeah, and it's like think about a hermit. I'm out of my shell and I feel naked. Though
That's a hermit crab, but
okay.
yeah.
I don't really know a lot of terms, so please be nice.
I was just thinking too. A spy is a term you can assign to yourself.
Right.
It's not an official.
Yeah.
It's not
thing,
an
like,
official
I'm
title.
spying on you. You can just say that, and you're a
there's lots
spy.
of casual amateur
Yeah.
spies.
It's not
This
though
person is
as if you could say like I'm a doctor.
right.
One has to actually.
But you have performed some operations before.
Oh yes, physical and spy operations.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay.
Spy operations.
Tell me
Yeah.
about Portsmouth. What are some of the spy things you do?
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, this cat that roams around the town went missing. It's just a stray cat, but we all know him. His name is Dockers, and
So he went missing, meaning no one in the town had
seen him in like
Okay.
2 weeks. Normally, Dockers is like, everywhere all the time. We're
Getting
always
in
like,
people's
"Get outta
business."
here." Yeah. One time, I was having Christmas dinner with me and my neighbors. Dockers shows up on the table. He gets in everywhere. But he went missing for 2 weeks, the longest time that anybody had not seen him.
So did you take a poll of the town and everyone said,
Took
"Oh,
a
you know what?"
poll. That's always step one when you're a spy. You take a poll. Okay. I took a poll.
And how are the numbers?
The numbers were bad. Everyone was like, "Yeah, we haven't seen him."
So 100%.
100%. Where did he go?
So no margin of error in this
No
poll.
margin of error.
Okay.
And I dusted for cat prints. Came up. There were lots of hand prints and dog prints, but no cat prints.
So there are no other cats in this town.
Nope. We have a very it's a very guarded town.
And you dusted the entirety of the town.
Dusted the town.
Every surface,
the
every.
town is really more of a village.
This is a
So
village.
it's small, it's intimate. It's about 2 football fields by 3 football fields.
Okay, so
How many football fields are in this town?
we're talking about.
There's no literal ones, but
Oh, okay.
we use those as the dimensions.
So it's about 200 yards by 300 yards.
Again, I don't really know terms and things, but if that's what it is, then I'll believe it.
Okay, it's a small village.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
So we've got 1 cat, we've got 7 birds, we've got 4 bears.
4 bears.
That's a lot of bears.
For that small square footage.
They are. We give them one whole football field because they are cranky and they're always like, we can kill.
Oh my gosh. This sounds like a nightmare to live in this town.
Yeah,
How
it's
many?
unregulated. The government does not know about us.
How many? Oh, really? So, but
Very under the radar.
you're not taxed, so that's good.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but you're not receiving federal funding either. One would imagine.
Except for disability. It's
Interesting.
cool loophole.
So, how many humans?
1,800.
1,800
Yeah, that's why you
in
got,
one small square football field?
Yeah. Well, how many people go to football games?
Well, that's a good point. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
they don't-
Oh, gotcha.
No, but they don't. They don't sit in the football field.
But how much much bigger is the stadium? Is it its own football field of size?
Well, it's tiered so that they can fit more
yeah,
people.
we can stack people. It's a bunk bed city.
Oh, it's a bunk bed city. Portsmouth is bunk bed city, USA.
BBC.
You should have shared that
Are
earlier.
details ever giant? Whoa!
That's
Johnny Johnson, you ever play Portsmouth?
No.
Oh, you gotta come.
Yeah.
I would like to.
We love
What kind of
it.
venue would?
About the cat? Have you checked the Oriental restaurant?
You know I haven't.
Because this isn't a weird thing, but Oriental people like to eat
Okay. No, they don't.
cat and dog and all
That
sorts
is
of
that
things.
is a
That is not true?
stereotype that is not true. No.
I come from a very small town, but I am progressive enough to know that what you're saying is really not a nice thing.
Yeah. Do you ever have concerts in the football field? Like, do people do stadium shows
Oh
there?
yeah, we had Shakira
And where do people go to watch? If
on
you know?
top of each other.
Okay.
You know, they're real stacked like sardine city. Everything in terms of a city.
Yeah.
You know Shakira's 40 this year.
I did not know that.
She is solidly in her
Googling the
late
age of
30s.
pop stars. Her Jennifer Lopez is 47.
Solidly in her
Yeah.
early 40s.
Yeah.
Well, it's past 45, so then she's in her late.
She's solidly in her earlies.
Okay.
I have a question about
Yeah.
this cat, real quick though.
Yeah.
Did you poll the bears
Yeah.
at all? Like the
Polar
bear-
bears? Is that
did
what you said?
poll the bears? Do you think that the cat might have something to do with the bear part of town?
Oh, you know, I really just completed steps 1 and 2, which was a poll and dusting for cat prints.
Okay, and that's where the entirety of your investigation just stopped
Well,
there?
yeah, and I got an invitation to come to California, and I was like, I really don't want to, but here I am.
And what about this 14-year-old girl?
Yeah. What about her?
Does she live in the town?
Well, I did first spot her in my own town, so probably, you know. I mean, we also have a lot of hills around the town, so maybe she came from the hills.
She's one of the hill people. Do you have hill people there?
Oh, all sorts. We got hill people, hill babies, hill old people, hill
A lot of
teens.
people, yeah. I think babies,
I love-
old people, and
Can
people.
I tell you, hill teens are hot.
That sounds like a new CW show or something.
Yeah,
hill
hill
teens.
teens. Yeah,
Let me
and
ask
you know,
you a question about the cat again.
Okay.
Have you checked out the Chinese consulate?
The consulate?
The Chinese consulate in
The
town?
Chinese, no, Johnny. The Chinese people are not eating this cat. I mean, the bears are probably eating the cat.
I doubt that
More-
the city has a consulate as well.
And by the way, how many? What is the ethnic makeup of the town? There's
Oh, it is
1,800 people.
perfectly even. We, in fact, if like an extra person of a certain race is made, we kick them out to the hills.
So what do you have? Like 450 white people, 450 black
Asian people, and then black people, and then
You have an equal population of all sorts of people?
yeah. Well, because the founder of Portsmouth, Ted Portsmouth, had in his vision of the town there would be complete equality across genders and races and religions.
What about money? Is there financial equality?
Yes, there is.
it's like
There's-
communism.
There's 10% rich people, 10% a little less rich.
Oh, no, that's not
10%.
equality.
No, but I mean, it's just 10%. There's brackets of 10%. You know, I guess I see what you mean.
That's like how the upper 1% of the 1%.
I see. I was
Yeah.
thinking more in terms of a caste system and that we have
Oh, okay.
equal members
So you have a caste
of
system.
every caste. Oh, yeah.
What about religions? Is there equal amount of religions?
Yep. There's Jews and there's Christians and there's Muslims and there's Scientologists.
So those four.
Yeah, the big four.
And which are you one of the Scientologists?
I am a Scientologist.
So this must be exciting for you to be here in LA, right by the Celebrity Center.
Celebrity Center.
Yeah.
See the woman who does Bart Simpson.
Great. Please don't have a cow, whatever you do when you see her.
I can't do the voice. If
Yeah.
that's what you're asking me.
Do you think this 14-year-old girl is maybe a Scientologist who's tracking you to make sure that you don't, there's not a Leah Remini situation?
Possessive of their people, so maybe.
Do all of you want to be the religion that you are, or are you forced because of this equal system?
People won't say it out loud. They won't say, hey, I hate being a Jewish person. But you can tell in their eyes. You can tell that they're like, oh, I'm just this because we have to keep up this certain quota, otherwise I have to leave and go to the hills.
Is this like does everyone have fear in their eyes? Is this some sort of, I'm trying to think of that Billy Mummy
Fear and some
Twilight Zone.
glaucoma.
It's like The Prisoner. It's the new
Yeah.
version of The Prisoner.
Yeah.
Right, prisoners out in the open. You think, I'm free, right? But not mentally.
When you say there's When you say there's hills, do the hills keep you all in Portsmouth? Is that
yeah.
So you're all trapped there.
Yeah, we're basically in a big valley.
How did you get out?
How did I get out? I rolled.
I don't know what you mean when you say you rolled.
I ran up the top of the hill, and then it's much faster to just roll.
You just
down
rolled
out
down.
of it
I was going to say
than
you
to-
have brambles and branches all in your clothes. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
want
that's also because that looks cool.
Well, I don't know that is that the style in Portsmouth?
Portsmouth style,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Very woods, very organic feeling, like, just like none of this latex or shiny
Sure.
stuff.
Can I have some sort of a theory about what happened to you.
Okay?
You're trapped in a small secluded town
Yeah.
where the government is control and the owner of the town or who created the town?
Founder was Ted Portsmouth.
Ted Portsmouth.
Glad I remember that.
He seems to be some sort of Svengali figure who's
Yeah.
controlling all of the citizens in some kind of like microcosm
Right,
experiment.
like we all have to marry him.
What?
You're all
It's one of those. It's
men,
a
women,
giant detail.
everyone is married to
we're
him.
all technically married to him.
Okay, so
Wow.
it's a cult scientific
But
experiment.
we get to choose how our hair is, which is not true of a lot of those compounds.
That's cool.
So if I'm going to live in a compound, this is a pretty cool one.
And you chose this. How would you describe your hair?
Yeah, it's brambles on one side, and
Sure.
then braids on the top, and then shaved on the neck.
Yeah, well, good. Yeah. So it's
is
very
good.
interesting style. So you escaped from this oppressive society, and now the guards are after you and trying to bring you back before you tell anyone
Oh
about
my gosh, you know what? I think a hill teen is after me. That's what it is. That 14-year-old is just a hot hill teen. I will say, I was like, you're cute, little girl.
it. Can I ask about the hill people that are up there?
Yeah.
Do they all carry weapons, automatic weapons, and they have spotlights that shine on anyone
and
who
they all have very long nails.
Oh, okay.
So they're sort of their own weapon.
Right. Wow. So
It all checks out.
That's it's interesting that Shakira played there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people who are fans of hers, and she's really she wants to go where the people want her to go.
Are you required to be a fan of Shakira living in Portsmouth?
Or is it even? Everyone has a different pop star that they're.
Shakira is 25%. Jennifer Lopez is another 25%. That woman who sings "I'm a bitch,"
Meredith Brooks.
She's the other 25%.
Wow, I would hate to be that
I would assume
25%.
Yeah.
you're not a fan of hers, though.
No. I'm a Jennifer Lopez one. And then it's kind of like, now that I'm thinking about it, Harry Potter and the Four Houses.
Are there Harry Potter fans and Narnia fans and Wrinkle in
Mad
Time
Libs fans.
Mad Libs fans?
The
Those are the
fourth one
four.
of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, when you say you got invited here, I don't recall ever inviting you.
Okay, you're gonna go like that? You're gonna make me look a fool?
I don't mean to make you look like a fool. My
Me
producer.
covered in brambles. Fuck you!
Oh, Jesus! All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make
Look.
you mad.
If you anger a Portsmouth
Portsmouthian?
person 2 times, they get to rage out.
Wait, when did I anger you before?
No, this is just number 1.
Oh, you're not
So be
raging out now?
careful.
You're
No.
standing up in my face. You're shaking your fist at me.
Oh yeah, just the one.
Okay, so next time it'll be 2 fists?
And my hip.
Yeah, oh my God, what did it just do? Jesus.
It laid an egg.
Unpredictable as fuck. Well, it's amazing to get to meet you, Inés. Do you plan on staying here in Los Angeles, or are you
Just
gonna?
like 2 months.
Oh, short visit. That's
Just
a
a
short.
little visit.
Yeah. What do you plan to do while you're here?
Well, I plan to go to. What were we talking about before? Umami Burger.
Oh yeah.
I'll go there.
Do you have something secret you want to talk about there? It's a place of secrets. I mean, you're a very secretive person.
Yeah, no, everything about me is a secret. You know, I have my 14-year-old daughter that I didn't really want to tell people that I have, but I do, and then I have some other daughters.
You have well, sure. I mean, everyone's married to
Ted Portsmouth.
Ted Portsmouth, so I would imagine
And
any
he
offspring.
is fertile, baby.
Yeah,
It sucks.
he's got a lot of semen,
Yeah, just like
just like a ton.
just a ton.
Excuse me, I just
2,000
walked
pounds
in
worth.
here. What happened?
Hey, you
These guys have been asleep.
just woke up again.
Yeah, I heard females.
Are you interested in that topic?
Well, it sounds like it's a good story.
Do you lisp suddenly?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Hold on, I got my thumb in my mouth.
Okay.
All right, now here I am.
Welcome back.
I really.
Did we find the cat?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't found the cat. Honestly, part of what I should do here in my 2 months is go meet some other spies and be like, what other things should I do to find this cat?
Yeah. You got to save the cat. That's the ending of any good story.
I feel like that's a reference that I hate. But I don't know. We don't have
Yeah.
any film in Portsmouth.
You don't have film.
Lots of music, no film. Lots of religion, no film.
Do you have like a theme, like an anthem, a town anthem?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We will, Portsmouth.
We will Portsmouth?
Yep. It just means to fully embody the spirit of Portsmouth.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Do
You
you know
should
that's
do a version
That's
of
a
it.
Queen song, by the way. It's a parody of that. We will rock you.
Dude, you're making me embarrassed.
Wait, I'm not making you mad. You're not raging out,
No,
are you?
embarrassed. I'm
Okay.
about to like.
How many times can I make a Portsmouthian embarrassed?
Oh, infinity.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. My goodness, Inés.
you.
I hope it all works out for you. And
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm juggling. This girl who's following me, who's probably 14, or is probably my daughter. This missing cat.
now you think she's your daughter.
and
not a hill team.
I mean, gosh, I don't even know.
Yeah. Is your daughter one of the Hill teens?
Well, she did leave for a bit, and she was born in Portsmouth, but if you leave kind of on a Rumspringa, a Portsmouth Rumspringa, which you can do at 13 and like 18 in what is the Mennonite community, you can kind of choose the Hill people, and she's in the middle of that, so I don't know what she's chosen.
She got recruited to be a guard to basically.
She has big shoulders,
Oh,
so
okay.
it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Well, congratulations. We're just about
What?
on making it out on a successful journey.
Okay, I'll take it. I just want to know.
I mean, you're still alive, and you.
I guess congratulations are in order for all of us.
Hey, congratulations to everyone but Chuck Berry
Wow.
and the entirety of human civilization who has passed away up to this point. And Anthony Michael Hall, unfortunately, is not in that subset of people, unfortunately, as he passed away at Coachella this weekend.
Everyone at the Coachella Massacre of 2017.
Yeah, it
Our
was
thoughts go
terrible.
out to you.
Oh my God! Now if something actually happens, I can't release this episode.
Sorry.
So if
But I
you,
was so funny.
oh well. All right, we have one last thing left to do on the show, and that's a little something called plugs.
Hey, CB baby, I got plugs for you. Dates and times and venues too. I travel halfway across the globe for you. So listen up now, that's what you should do.
Jesus.
I'm assuming that your sound guy just faded that out and it goes for
No,
another 5 minutes.
we heard the very, very end of it. That is CB Baby by Sunshine Buddy. Loved it up until the long instrumental break. Which, Baron, thank you for singing along and bringing it back to the topic at hand,
Yeah, I
which
had
is
the Michael
plugs.
McDonald, yeah.
Sunshine Buddy, of course, wrote and sang that. CB Baby. Let's get to plugs. Let's see. I would imagine the three of you want to plug the same thing, and that is, of course, Inés, Johnny, and Jonah. No,
we are in a new group.
we're talking about Mystery Science Theater. It's out now. How do people get this?
You can go on Netflix.com.
And Strahemeth Away.
Strahemeth Away. And while there, you can check out Grace and Frankie.
Oh, yeah, another Netflix show that
And
you can check out.
Comedy Bang Bang.
And
Comedy
Comedy
Bang
Bang
Bang.
Michael Bolton.
Baron's on
Valentine.
3 Netflix shows.
Yeah.
We call
yes.
Comedy Bang Bang a Netflix show,
was like,
which
oh,
pre-aired on IFC. And Joel, how do you spend the entirety of your year? Obviously, this doesn't take you all year. Do you have other stuff
it
going
does
on?
take all year.
Does it really?
We've been working on this so long, but we've actually did our Kickstarter about 18 months ago, and next week we start writing the live show that comes out in June.
And where are tickets on sale for this yet?
I don't know. I don't think yet. It's soon.
Soon.
Yeah.
So, what space should people keep watching? The internet in general?
I bet it's
or?
going to be somewhere on the internet, but sometimes
somewhere on the internet.
Yeah,
at some point.
I think that's safe.
This is exciting. So, big 50-city tour. How many shows a night are you doing?
Just one,
Just
I
the
think.
one, yeah.
I think mostly, except maybe on Saturdays, I think they do 2, or maybe Fridays and Saturdays.
Very
there's 2
Broadway.
shows.
Are you going along on the tour?
Yeah, just to get going. But once they, I'm queuing off Jonah. Once he gives me the nod, I'm gone.
Okay, so
Once
you're
he
going to
goes,
give him the nod
I
like,
got
I
it.
got this.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
going to push me on the bicycle until I'm ready.
Yep.
Who is going on the tour? Can we announce that?
We're saying, nah, let's not.
Let's not.
We're still figuring it out.
So this is a mystery. Maybe you could spy on this, Inés, and figure this out for us.
I bet it's Shakira.
Johnny's opening up for us, though.
Oh no, that's Johnny Delta Burke. Very different person.
Oh,
Johnny, what do you have to plug? Do you like any TV shows that are coming out soon, or
I just saw. I was watching Dayline, and
you're watching Daylight?
Dayline.
Oh, Dateline.
Yeah, with the murderers and the mysteries. And there was a ad for Great News on NBC.
Great news. What is this?
It's a very funny comedy, I think.
When does this come out?
It comes out April 25th after The Voice, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. And who's in this show? Because
Well, let me just tell you.
I don't get
who it's
interested in a show
created
by the
It's
title.
created by Tina Fey and Robert Carlock.
Who created
30 Rock fame. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that stands for 30 Rockefeller.
Yeah, it does.
And the 3 and the 0 stand for 30, but you already said that. A lot of people just call it 30 Rock.
Well,
for 30?
It looks like a real funny thing.
Actually 30.
Why are you getting all up? And now you can only make me mad one time, Inés.
And then what happens? You stay quiet?
And I disassociate, and tears well up in my eyes. So this is a great show from what it sounds like. Who else is in the show?
Andrea Martin,
From
Nicole
SCTV
Richie,
fame. Nicole Richie.
Michael Higgins. That's all I know.
Well, this sounds like a great show. People should check it out. And Inés, what do you have to plug here? Anything for you?
Spy work. And then also, there's this girl, Alison Rich, and she's great, and I know about her. She's about to write for the MTV Movie Awards.
The MTV Movie
Hosted
Awards.
by Adam Devine. So all the funny stuff is her. And then
All the terrible stuff
is
is
the rest of the people. And then she is also working on other stuff that deals haven't closed, baby, but she's important.
amazing. Well, let's see. I want to plug a deal that has closed. We're doing a live comedy Bang Bang May 20th in New York City at BAM, the Brooklyn Academy of Music. And that's May 20th as part of Vulture Fest. You can go to, I believe, vulturefestival.com right now, and I think some tickets are still available. But that's going to be me, Paul F. Tompkins, Lauren Lapkus, Jason Mantzoukas, and then we're going to have a ton of special guests as well. That's going to be a big, big, big show. Check that out May 20th. Okay, that's it for plugs. Let's close up the old plug bag.
I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags. I'm talking about bags and bags. I'm talking about opening bags.
Oh, what a tune.
I like that.
Johnny, what do you think of that tune?
I love it. Love it.
Love it? What's your favorite part of it?
When they go,
Wow, you sound a lot like Open the Bag, as I believe what the person is saying.
Yeah.
When expressly he was told to talk about closing the bag.
right.
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 Yeah. Right, yeah.
It opened it.
Yeah. As a music fan, though, you just appreciate that kind of thing.
Love it.
Well, guys, thank you so much. This has been a great honor of my life talking to you all. Good luck with the Mystery Science Theater.
Thank
I can't wait to dig into it.
We're
and,
really excited about it. It turned out great.
about 21 hours of entertainment.
It's a lot, and just take your time with it.
Take your time, because they're
Don't
not
rush.
going to be around
It's
for
not
another
a
year.
race. It's not a race.
I mean, life is a race, and we all hope we come in last. To death. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hey everyone, thanks for listening, and thanks again to the Fly Delta app for sponsoring the show today. The Fly Delta app makes your entire flying experience seamless. It gives you real-time bag tracking with RFID, passport scanning during check-in, easy access to your boarding pass and gate info, and much more. From before your trip throughout the journey, the Fly Delta app is with you every step of the way, giving you the timely information you need. So, download the Fly Delta app today and start flying in style.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.